We're going to be doing some work on this old F450. It's a 1999 F450 four-wheel drive. We bought it last year. Bought it because it's only had 85,000 miles on it when we bought it, and it's four-wheel drive. And it's a little bit difficult sometimes to find a four-wheel drive F450. And we also wanted it because of the GVWs that are on these older trucks. This truck has a 16,000 pound GVW on it, which means we can pull a 10,000 pound trailer behind it and stay right there at the 26,000 pound mark without needing a CDL. And so we have a 10,000 pound dump trailer that we pull with the skid steer and stuff in it, and so it gives us the capability to pull legally. And so that's why we went with this older truck, and they're a little bit harder to find, these four-wheel drives. It came out of Minnesota, so it did have some rust on it. The cab's actually pretty solid. The cab corners are starting to rust. The bumper's got some rust on it. We're actually pulling a stainless, not stainless, but a chrome bumper off of one of our scrap trucks we're going to be putting on it. Last year, I replaced the bed, or the floor, because it was pretty well rusted out. And so we put a solid floor on it, but I needed to put the truck into use right away. And so that is all we did on it. But as you see over here, the sides, let me see if we get down here. These are rusted out pretty well, and so a lot of rust right here. The frame underneath is really solid, but so what we're going to do is we're going to cut off the hinges on this landscape bed, because we don't actually need the sides to drop down at all. In fact, these grooves, let me see if I can get this camera here. The asphalt that we haul gets into these grooves and it builds up, and it's actually really annoying. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut the hinges off on this bed, and I've already got these caps right here shaped up, and we're going to weld these caps on the edge of the bed, and then we're going to permanently weld the sides on. And I've got some steel to go in these grooved areas here, and so we'll have a flat side, and it should work a lot better for getting asphalt to dump out. We're going to have to do a little bit of cleaning on this bed. Still got some asphalt stuck in there from last year, but a little bit of tar remover and it'll be just fine. Also, I think we're going to mount over here. I believe we're going to get an underbody box and mount on the truck up underneath here, and some mounts for toolboxes right in there. Not toolboxes, shovels. We definitely need a shovel on this truck, so we're going to get a mount on there to put a shovel on there. And this old truck, it's a V10, 89,000 miles on now. We picked it up with about 80, just over 80,000. And so it's been a good running truck, and got a couple issues, but nothing major. And we put it to work quite a bit last year, so we're just making a few changes. Oh, another change we're going to make is we want to be able to dump. There are projects sometimes where we want to be able to dump into a paver, where we don't necessarily want to bring in a big dump truck. And so we're going to put an apron down here. Let me see there. We're going to put an apron down here that comes off, so that we can swing the tailgate from the top pivot, build it back up to our paver, and then dump into the paver without any issues. And so we're going to put an apron on there as well, and it should make this truck much more functional for us this year. So follow along. So camera died in the middle of doing some of our work. But basically what we're trying to do here is we got everything cleaned off. We're ready to weld this side on, and then we'll put the side of the bed back on, weld it in place, and put a piece of steel to get rid of that indentation where stuff gets caught in. So guess that's what you get for buying a landscaping bed, but it's nice and solid. We're very happy with it, and this thing should give us quite a bit more use. We're obviously not fabricators, so if you got any tips or tricks on how to do this better, feel free to share in the comments down below. And this is the first video. We'll make another video as we continue to go on, probably 2 or 3 videos. Appreciate everyone that watches, subscribes, all that fun stuff. And until next time, take care.